The savanna breathes, a vast golden ocean of tall grass, scattered with the shadows of acacias and the bones of those who couldn't survive. Winds whisper through the plains, lifting red dust from the earth like a rising memory. From horizon to horizon, the land glows beneath the late afternoon sun, majestic, ancient, alive. But beneath this peace, something stirs. Something coming. In this world, nothing stays the same. Not the rains, not the herds, not even the kings. Across the open plains, where wildebeest graze without fear and vultures circle without cause, two figures emerge from the heat shimmer. Lions, though not of the kingdom that rules here. They move low and steady, their shoulders rising like waves through the grass. Dust clings to their manes. Scars line their flanks. Hunger burns behind their eyes. These are not wanderers by choice. They are rogues, exiles from a past never spoken, carved by isolation and trial. They are brothers in survival, drawn together by loss, driven by something deeper than instinct. One is large and imposing, his mane shadowed by streaks of black, his movements slow and deliberate. The other is quicker, his golden coat scarred by old battles, his amber eyes constantly shifting. Their paws fall silently across contested ground, the borderlands of a powerful pride. No greetings here, no welcomes. Every step is defiance. They pause at a scent mark, fresh, potent, and deliberate. Urine marks a tree. The scent of territorial males, two kings. A line drawn in the dust. The larger rogue raises his head and sniffs. His nostrils flare, his jaw tightens. He stares into the distance where lions he's never met already rule what he intends to take. And then, without warning, he roars. The sound rolls across the land like distant thunder, scattering impala and lifting flocks of guinea fowl into the air. It's not just a declaration, it's a challenge. The kind only other lions understand. Far away, resting beneath a marula tree, one of the kings raises his head. His name is Barafu, known for his frost-colored mane and quiet dominance. For 3 seasons, he and his brother Tao have ruled this kingdom with strength and strategy. They've fended off challenges, protected cubs, expanded their territory, and raised a pride that flourishes under their watch. But now, the roar of a stranger cracks the stillness like a warning shot. Tau rises beside him, his dark mane catching the last light of day. His body is taut with tension, eyes locked toward the southern wind. They've heard this before years ago, when they themselves were the threat. Now, they are the ones being hunted. The 2 kings move swiftly across the savannah. No hesitation. No panic, only purpose. Their pace quickens as the sky shifts from amber to indigo. They move through familiar land, past the bone pile of an old buffalo kill, past the thickets where the cubs sleep. Tonight, they will patrol. Tonight, they will roar. Because in lion country, the first war is always sound. Night descends like a curtain. The savannah shifts again. Day's warmth flees, and with it, the innocence of light. Now the predators rule. The rogue brothers settle into a shallow gully flanked by fever trees. They do not sleep. They wait. They've done this before. In other territories, with other kings. Wear them down, split them up. Roar without revealing. Mark without engaging. Patience is the blade they wield best. The larger rogue grooms his paws, his eyes never leaving the dark hills ahead. The pride is close, he can smell it. Lionesses, cubs, and the thick scent of ownership. It sickens him. He wants more than food. More than land. He wants a name carved in this soil. His brother watches the moon rise, ears flicking at distant hyena whoops. Neither speaks. They haven't needed words in years. And their silence is strategy. They know that these kings Barafu and Tao will come soon, and they are ready. In the heart of the pride's territory. Lionesses lie in tight clusters, their bodies draped over one another like living shields. Cubs snore, twitching in dreams of chase and play. The air is filled with the scent of milk and dust, of life still too young to know danger. But the lionesses are not asleep. They've heard the roar. They've seen their mates rise in defense. They know the signs. Rogue males don't roar for conversation. They roar for war. One lioness, her flank still healing from a buffalo goring, stares into the dark beyond the trees. Her cub sleeps beside her, oblivious. She presses her nose to his fur. The scent calms her and terrifies her all at once. She remembers her first litter, killed during a previous takeover. She still sees their faces in the stars. Now the fear returns, not for herself, but for this cub, this pride, this peace. She knows it cannot last. At the edge of their domain, Barafu and Tao reach a rise overlooking the plains. From here, the world seems calm, peaceful, but their senses scream otherwise. Barafu lowers his head, pressing his nose to a tree trunk. Fresh. The rogues were here hours ago. Tau growls and scrapes his claws across the bark. It is a direct message. Not yet, not here, not without a fight. They take turns marking trees, patrolling the eastern perimeter. Their roars echo through the valleys, louder now, more urgent. They aren't just announcing, they're staking, but every echo is answered. From a distance. The rogues never approach, never engage, only reply. It is a game of pressure, and the kings know it. For the first time in months, Barafu feels something deeper than concern. He feels doubt. He limps slightly as they return toward the pride's core, the old wound in his back leg flaring under strain. He hides it. Tao doesn't ask. They both know. Their time is not endless, and the rogues know it. 2. By dawn, the savannah looks unchanged. The grass sways, the birds sing, the herds graze. Life resumes its rhythm, but the pride has shifted. Tension pulses beneath every movement. The lionesses stay closer together. The cubs are moved deeper into cover. Hunts are shorter. Sleep is restless. And still no attack comes. Only presence. Only pressure. And every hour, the rogues grow bolder. They cross old trails. They linger near kill sites. They circle the lionesses from the shadows. Their scent is everywhere. Until finally, they roar again. Louder. Closer. This time, not from the boundary, but from inside the territory. Barafu rises. No more waiting. The storm has gathered. And now it begins. At the heart of the golden plains, where the rivers bend like silver veins through a kingdom of dust and life, reign the kings of this realm. 2 brothers, united by birth and bonded by bloodshed, rule over a pride that flourishes beneath the chiv. Thorn trees and stars. The elder of the 2 is known across the savannah as Barafu, named for his frosted mane that glows silver at dawn. Though time has painted his features with scars and thinned the fur along his flanks, he walks like a lion who has never known defeat. His gait is slow but heavy, each step a testament to the many challengers who have fallen before his jaws. At his side is Tao, younger by 2 seasons, but no less fierce. Where Barafu is deliberate, Tao is fire, a fighter with a restless spirit and lightning in his paws. His mane, still thick and blackened at the edges, bristles with the scent of dominance. He watches every horizon like a soldier guarding his kingdom. Together, they are a force carved by conquest. The land they rule is vast, stretching from the dry ridges in the north to the marshy edges of a dwindling river in the south. The terrain is both cradle and crucible. Wildebeest roam here by the thousands. Herds of zebra move in synchronized silence. Elephants cross the land like ancient giants, while warthogs dart through the underbrush like nervous shadows. But at The center of this natural theater is the pride. 12 lionesses form the foundation of the kingdom mothers, hunters, guardians of the bloodline. Their lives pulse to the rhythm of the sun and the whispers of their cubs. Each lioness carries the future within her, and each owes her security to the brothers who rule. Cubs tumble through grass and over rocks, their bodies still soft, their eyes wide with curiosity. They wrestle with each other in mock battles that one day may become real. They chew on bones, paw at lizards, and hide from vultures' shadows. For now, their world is safe, but safety is a fragile illusion in lion. Country.fu stands atop a termite mound, nose lifted to the air. The wind is shifting, bringing with it not the scent of prey, but of strangers. Foreign lions, males. The hairs along his spine rise. He growls low in his chest, the sound like a distant drum. Tau circles below, marking territory with fierce precision. His roar erupts across the plains, shaking birds from trees and freezing a gazelle in mid-step. It is not just a warning. It is a challenge. The lionesses watch from a distance. They know the language of their kings. These roars are not for pride display or romantic declaration. They are declarations of war readiness, because a lion's kingdom is never truly safe. It is only ever borrowed, and time is running out. As night falls, Barafu and Tao retreat to the ridge that overlooks the heart of the Pride lands. From here, they can see everything, every path worn by hooves, every shadow that dares to move. The brothers lay side by side, their breathing slow and synchronized, their eyes never closing. Fully, they've fought for this place. Not just against other lions, but against starvation, floods, and sickness. Their reign has seen years of drought, of lioness deaths and lost cubs, but it has also seen strength. Cubs born beneath their protection, hunts that fed dozens, roars that silenced rivals before they ever crossed the boundary lines. In lion society, power is earned, not given. And kings do not rule forever. Across the grasslands, the pride settles in for the night. The lionesses form a protective circle around the cubs. Their bodies press against each other like shields. They trust the kings. But they also remember, every lioness here has lived through a takeover before. Some have lost cubs to new males. Some still bear the scars from defending them. The weight of what might come next is heavy in their breath. Tau rises just before dawn. His mane glows in the pale light like a storm cloud catching fire. He moves silently, circling the outer edges of their realm. The scent is stronger now. Another lion has passed here recently, marked a bush, left a message. Barafu joins him moments later. No words are exchanged. They know what this means. Rogues. Younger males, outsiders. They come with nothing but hunger and ambition, and they take everything. A rogue male does not court territory. He takes it. He doesn't father cubs, he replaces them. A takeover is not just a shift in rule. It is an execution. If Barafu and Tao fall, so too will the cubs of their lineage, and the lionesses, without protection, may face worse than death. This is the truth behind the Savannah's beauty. Its grandeur is painted in blood. Power comes only to those who are willing to fight for it again and again. As the sun crests the horizon, the kings roar in unison. The sound rolls across the land like thunder, awakening the plains. It is not a surrender. It is a vow. This land, this pride, these cubs, they will not fall without a war. Night is the domain of the rogue. Under the stars, the world loses its balance. The kingdom fades into shadows, and scent becomes more powerful than sight. It is in this darkness that the outsiders move silent as ghosts, sharp as knives. The rogues have no name here, no history, no territory. They arrive as whispers on the wind, barely seen, but deeply felt. Their muscles are lean from long hunger. Their manes thin, but darkening. Each rib shows the cost of survival, but each scar tells of battles won. These are not cubs seeking mischief. These are predators forged in fire, the larger of the two leads. His eyes scan every horizon, but never linger. He is not distracted by impala or buffalo. He is hunting only one thing, legacy. Behind him, his companion watches the rear. He is the shadow in the wake of ambition, a lion who trusts nothing, not the wind, not the silence, not even the stars. He follows his brother without hesitation, but with eyes that question every leaf. They are not related. Their bloodlines trace opposite corners of the continent. But exile is a powerful bond. Years ago, they found each other in the aftermath of war, both driven out by kings, both covered in wounds, both roaring into the void alone. They fought side by side since then. For scraps, for space, for survival. And now they are ready. This pride land, they've been watching it for weeks. First from ridges, then from dried riverbeds. They've followed the lionesses at a distance, learned their patterns, their hunts, their sleeping grounds, but most importantly, they've studied the kings. Fu, Tao, powerful, respected, but aging. Slower at dawn, less frequent patrols. A slight limp in Barafu's hind leg. A stiffness in Tao's right shoulder after long nights. These are the cracks in the armor. And the rogues see them. They do not roar. Not yet. They let their scent do the speaking. They mark trees, rub against rocks, and then vanish. They want the kings nervous, on edge, losing sleep, spreading themselves thin across the territory. It's working. Every day. The brothers split further apart to patrol more land. Every night, they return with less energy. Every roar is answered, but the rogues are never there. Only their shadows remain. It is the strategy of hyenas, of leopards, of war itself. Weaken the enemy before the first blow, and yet there is hesitation, because what the rogues seek is not just territory. It is legacy. And that means cubs. Cubs are the most brutal currency in lion politics. To be king, you must eliminate the heirs of your enemy. Kill the bloodline. Start anew. It is not personal. It is necessary. But necessary does not mean easy. The rogues have done it before. They've taken over a small pride once far from here. They killed 2 cubs. The lioness fought back. The elder rogue lost part of his ear in that battle. He remembers. Her eyes, she didn't scream. She didn't run. She simply fought. And when they overpowered her, she lay beside her cub and didn't move for hours. He hasn't forgotten that. But it didn't stop him. Now, the stakes are higher. This pride is strong, large. The kings are experienced. The lionesses are many. But the reward? A future. A legacy of their own. If they can win here, their names will echo for years in the roars of sons and grandsons. They will no longer be ghosts in the grass. They will be rulers. As they rest in a hollowed-out ravine beneath the cover of fever trees. They hear the distant call of Barafu. The roar is strained, weaker than before. The larger rogue stands. It's time. No more shadows. No more whispers. The takeover has begun.